Hello, I reckon 87 and welcome back to Combat Mission Battle for Normandy. We rejoin the Argyll and Southern Highlanders as we defend the crossing over the Odon from the 10th SS Division, and we are holding on with the skin of our teeth. So as you remember from the previous episode, big push from German infantry and more importantly supported by 4 Panzer IVs. So we have taken out 1 Panzer, but we're still facing against 3 Panzers and 1 half-track, which we've seen, which we don't have a strong answer for. So we've got a bit of a defensive line along this kind of track there, and we've got some anti-tank assets around the farmhouse here, but all in all it is a very precarious situation we're in. There's only 22 minutes left in the scenario. Certainly long enough for things to fall apart, but we might just be able to hold on. We have inflicted significant infantry casualties upon the Germans, and so we're hopeful that those casualties will be enough to stop their advance and we'll have to essentially just rest on their laurels. But we shall see. It has been probably about 10 days since I recorded the last episode, so I'm a little bit rusty. So there may be some things I was planning in the last one that don't transpire into this, so you'll have to just bear with me on that account. As well as the Germans immediate to our front, there is some infantry on our right flank. Not overly concerned with this. We've got a bit of a defensive line in position. We're also going to drop some artillery over here, but yeah, so I'm not really concerned with them pushing in from that side. I'm more concerned about an armoured column kind of steaming down this road. Now, I do remember as we left last time, our big decision was around what to do with the Panzer that's parked itself in here. We've hit it with 2 Piats. One very much in the side skirt, and one which I think we got penetration on the engine block, if I remember correctly, so it may well be immobile. That said, the turret still works an absolute treat and has inflicted several casualties. And I would decide whether I want to have another go at trying to get out, which I think I am going to do, but possibly not in the first minute. I've got this guy. I'm going to move him slightly further up this slope just to see if we can't get eyes on this Panzer to see which way its turret's aiming. Because if it's facing the buildings, then the guys tend to get shot before they can get their P off. That said, it's probably a bit of a suicide mission for this chap, as there is a bunch of German infantry in this field, which I do feel a little bad about, but that said, it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. In terms of our rest of our forces, we're generally just trying to hold the infantry along this hedgerow. Our morale is pretty shot, so getting the guys and keeping the guys in position has been challenging, but we are just going to have to kind of keep feeding them back in. Meanwhile, we do have some artillery incoming, so let me just grab CU, because I think you're one actually calling it in. So our howitzers, still 10 minutes away, but for the last, so at about 12 minutes, we're going to dump the rest of our 25 pounders in this general area. Again, just hopefully slow whatever advances are going on at the time. And with priests, again, I really think this was a bit of a poor use of these guys, but we're kind of dropping it there. And they have so much ammo, and we're not going to use it all, but yeah, probably should have done earlier, a bigger area, and just dumped a load of our ammo somewhere. I feel like I'm underutilizing these howitzers. But anyway, that is the way it goes sometimes. So without any further ado, I think we'll just run the first minute. We'll see kind of what happens, and I'll kind of familiarize myself with the general situation. Hopefully, nothing too untoward happens in this first minute. There is a lot of German infantry in this field, which does seem to have stalled. That says there's lots of trees, break line of sight. Right, pause. So, this is very good. We see the tank, and thank you, my man. You're about to get annihilated, but that was unfortunately well worth it. So with the turret facing this way, we can now move our Piat teams up, and they will get a chance to fire off a round. Now, obviously, if the round doesn't get the job done, there's a good chance that he's going to then retaliate, much to their dismay and to their poor health, but at least gives us a fighting chance. Oh, he might get... Oh no, he's okay. Got himself down. Good. I'm even going to try and pull him out. Meanwhile, our defense positions do a reasonable job along here. The Germans in the house got this chap. Okay. Apologies. I needed to use you in that manner. So the Germans continuing to drop some artillery down. Okay. This makes me nervous. This makes me very nervous. I may not have that big an answer to whatever this is. In fact, there's two of them coming now. Okay. Things may be about to get complicated. Depends if he swings in here. Okay, let's go to command phase. First thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to grab these guys. I'm going to get them just to move up to level 2. And just in case you really need an invite, you're going to face that way. Same with, I think it's these guys have the Piet. Please move yourself to level 2 and face the Panzer IV. So hopefully we get shots to go out. Now, this is going to be problematic, so I believe there's an infantry gun at least on one of these. I haven't seen the second one yet. We don't have any immediate response to that. Now they are only half tracks, so we could certainly inflict some damage with machine gun fire. But I'm not sure that's really going to cut it. So actually what I'm going to get you to do is very quickly just get yourself to there. It's so open, I really don't like it. I really don't like it at all. I can't come in here because you'll get, because it's just open to Germans. And where I was sending them around here is just so far away we'd have to give up this area kind of crossroads and stuff to these half tracks, which I don't want to do. Potentially, given the later positions, if we manage to get the Panzer meters and big ifs, then the automatic weapons and the angle will actually be able to cause damage to the guys inside the half track, in very least to make them think about pulling out. Alternatively, they could just hit us with their infantry guns. This is dangerous. That's very dangerous. Meanwhile, over here it certainly seems to have stabilised, so I'm happy enough with that. Our champion scout is still alive and standing well. Oh, I did. I pulled this scout team just over to the carrier here, just so they can grab some ammunition, because they were out of 308 or 303, I should say. Grab yourself. I'll say 750 will do. And then move back over, please. Now I know there's some Germans left there. Wonder, we might come over this way for a start. Might consider, I might consider trying to push up to get some enfilading fire done. It's a bit exposed, but it might be worth it, especially if the Germans are already pinned. Okay. Everything else seems to be going okay. I do have double brain gunners here. Okay, we'll try and move forward. Oh, our brain carrier has become free. Let's see if we can't just push you guys into there for now. We might move you somewhere useful. So I think it was a couple episodes ago this thing was bugging out on the bridge, but it's now off it. So that's good. We can use these guys to move around if we need to. Okay, I think I'm going to just hold everything there for now. And I think this is the key area for the next minute. So we will have at least 2 shots. Potentially 3. Well, depending on what these guys do. I think they're going to swing probably 1 into here. Yeah, they do. Because that's a great position to try and then pop, have a go at my defenders. Oh, quick pause, quick pause. Well, that's disappointing. Okay, things we want to look at. First of all, what are they bringing in here? Yes, these are 2 just kind of like infantry support guns, 75mm and 37mm. Actually, 75, that's pretty chunky. 35, so they can obviously start putting larger caliber shells into the bocage where my guys are hiding behind, which can assist their push. So we got 1 shot off. Completely fluffed it. Who was that? You? Yeah. That's upsetting. Oh, there's a Panzerschreck guy hiding there. He's not much of a concern. This tank might be concerned though, because he can also put some large caliber shells into the top story of this building. So I think this may end badly for my impromptu anti-tank teams. Right. Oh, you're shooting the guy. Come on. Before he spins round. Where's your Piat? That was... Where is it? Let's dial this back a little bit. What happened to the guy with the Piat and why? Are you kidding me? What are you doing? What? What? You're attacking it with your rifle. Oh, I despair. I despair. Uh oh, and this Panzer's coming down. Okay. Bad things may well be happening. Oh, you... I thought I changed your order, but you seem to have continued around this way. Alright, I think we need to just give up in this Panzer. It's costing me too many resources in life and limb. Especially when you do ridiculous things like that. I mean, okay, potentially, let's talk about, instead of moaning about it, what could have done better. I could have given a target armor command. Because maybe they got confused by infantry there. Giving them the benefit of a doubt. But even so, that's pretty grim. Right, stable everywhere else. Now you're going to come take up a position here. You're going to come... Yeah, that's what I did. I didn't cancel your current orders. Fine. You're going to come take up a position probably here. So my problem is this tank rolls around this corner. I have currently nothing that's going to stop it. I'm not sure they're going to be able to medic this guy to get his gear back. So I'm telling you to hide for just now. I'm so frustrated with that team. So frustrated. So, I'm down to what, 3 Piats on map? All in the hands of pretty broken troops. Right, you need to head over in this direction. So all the vehicles are over here. Actually, that's not true. 1, 2, 3 tanks left, yeah. And 2 half-tracks. Okay, 20 minutes left. Let's see if we can hold them off. I think I need to pull back with these things. I think we have to seed this corner. So that's what I'll start doing. Keeping to the low part of the ground after I learned my lesson last time. You start pulling out this way a little bit, and I mean, the problem is there's nowhere really great to pull back to. It's probably a similar direction actually. Come out to this field and regroup. Let's see if you can't get yourself this way. There may be an actual possibility of getting one of these carriers in and around them, but in and around behind them, cause them some heartache that way, especially when all their armor's over here. I don't know. I'm not sure that's the most sensible plan. Okay. Let's keep going. Let's see what Jerry decides to do. Right, they have gone. Where's he going? He's also pulling into this area. Now they can get into this kind of little field bit, which is something. So we're likely to see some large explosions along this hedgerow once these things get in position. Oh, more vehicles. Okay. Another half-track. So there's a third half-track that I got. Okay, this one's just got a machine gun on it. All in here. Now they can't. Yeah, they're going to be trapped in that area. Where is my... it's not bad. I'd like to shrink this if I could. I can do it once they start... I'll have a look at that, see if I can change it now, or if I have to wait till we start firing. Well, that's going to give us a good opportunity. Still 7 minutes away, and they're about to have a whole lot of firepower in this little area. Yeah. El problemo. Said not causing me any harm thus far, but eventually it's going to take its toll. Okay. Into the command phase. Alright, do I still have 2 full units here? I do. I think I want one of these units out of these buildings and probably in behind this wall. Just to provide some support should some infantry come in corner. So it looks like... well, I don't want to expose myself to artillery from this direction. Not artillery, armour. But it does look like they're going to drive their armour assets in here. Which means I could leave my Bren here kind of protecting this flank. If we can get back across this gap without being spotted. I think it's worth a try. And then depending on where they've parked themselves, it might open up an opportunity for this chap. Let's get yourself through to here. And see if you can get yourself quickly over to there. Because if they come in to this area, we might be able to get a reasonable shot on the side. We shall see. I also have this full section here who've been kind of hunting up this flank. Mainly as a bit of a guard, but I'm happy to kind of move them up. Just to see what we can see. You just hold yourselves there. That's fine. We'll hold them where they are for now. And these 2 brain gunners. I think we're just going to hold them back here in reserve. Just in case we start crumpling. Which is entirely possible. No real other movement down here. Let's push this Bren detachment to Pedro. And we shall hold there. Definitely can't use anyone. I talked about bringing these guys in as a flanking force. No point now, they'll just get annihilated by armour. We'll potentially get in behind this hedge. But no, I don't think that's a sensible use of their skills. Okay, I think we're just going to push on. It's a little bit just kind of holding on for grim hope. Okay, our Bren carrier has made it across. This is good. Oh, they have yet another half-track turning up. So what's that, 4 now? And this one's got another 37mm gun. Okay, they are a lot better armed than we were expecting, or I was anticipating. Which could definitely cause problems. Oh, I never checked the, whatchamacallit? Artillery strike. We'll do that in a minute. Please turn into this field. God love him. Nothing quite like overstacking, eh? Right, I surely our P, if we sneak a P up to here, he's going to be able to hit something. If we can get him there, mind, but I now wish I'd waited another couple of turns. That'd be much better use for these two P8 teams as well. Right, some more artillery coming in here, but everyone looks still pretty happy. No real more movement over there. Okay, that was a fairly quiet minute, but I'm happy enough with that. I want to check the artillery command and whether I can tweak it. May have to wait until... Ah, just mission. Perfect. So let's bring it a little bit more biased, like so. Oh, somewhere you can see. Tell me you can see if it's not gonna just end up destroying all our forces, please. What I want, probably something like that. Is there anyone you can see? Oh, what does that look like? This good doesn't catch the edge here, but there will be stuff that falls outside of it. That's pretty danger close. Well, I'll pull the infantry guys back before this starts falling. I'm going to go for it, I think. We shall do that. So this is due to start raining in 12 minutes, so probably about 14 I'll pull the infantry squads back. And I'll have to pull this Bren carrier back as well. So you, my lad, have got 4 minutes to get the job done. See what we can get. I mean, here, this looks perfect. Doesn't it? If I can get my P8 man just up into this position here. Pop. Okay. Small victory, but we'll do what we can. Everything else is holding okay. I think these guys have pulled back from the bocage. So we'll have them again just walk forward a little bit. Eventually get them back into the firing line. Everyone is rattled, which is unfortunate. These guys are flat out broken. Ooh. But why not see if we can't have a little adventure of our own, actually. Head around this way and see what you can see. We just might be able to get behind and find some squishy HQ targets or something we can have a go at. Anything that's going to distract them, I think, is worthwhile. Keeping their Brens there in reserve, this is good. These guys are all static, no issues or concerns. Happy at that. Okay. And you are just about to start your quick movement. Okay, right now I'm fairly happy where we are. Be interesting to see if we get another wave of infantry turn up at any point. Given the casualties had so far, man, that's a stacked fence. Oh, we've got some infantry here. Now That's a bold move, lads. You're supposed to be hiding. Surely you can't see him. Oh, there. Armor causing effect or feeling the effects of it. Oh, hello. Okay, this was not what I expected to find. I'm also worried this is going to go badly because their frontal armor is, it's pretty chunky, I'm not going to lie. Alright, who have we got? Private Glenn. Okay, Glenn, come on. We need a bit of a win here. Things have been going against us. Nice. Oh, that was good. I'm not sure it's good enough to save you because that turret still looked like it was moving. But we got hit, we got penetration. Glenn, you did everything I could possibly ask from you. I wonder if it hit where that bit was missing, actually. Let me take back. Let's have a quick look at that, because I'm assuming that's from previous damage. Maybe from some of our artillery barrages. Yeah, it looks like it just goes through that gap in the side skirt, which is fantastic work, Glenn. Right, now here's a question of what happens to the tank. Still moving. These iron beasts, okay. But we gave him something to think about, which isn't then the worst thing in the world. Yeah, okay, you took another casualty. Honestly, I told you guys to keep your heads down. Okay, we got one hit off. A start, a good start. We'll see what Glenn can do next turn. Brent team's got a bit rattled. They're just shaken though, no injuries. Again, from some heavy caliber stuff, probably could be 37, could be anything though. Oh, and they are making a push here, which I'm entirely comfortable with. We've got a good number of assets here. We've got brain gun, we've got a Vickers machine gun, we've also got another brain gun here. Oh, excuse me, I'll flip around the camera. Who's got some reasonable views? And these chaps who've just got a couple of rifles and things, but that's okay. So I don't think the numbers we've seen far are going to be able to push across an open wheat field, so I'm okay there. Alright, I'm relatively happy with that minute. Happier if that had knocked the tank out, but who knew? Panzers 4, robust beasts. Wow, you made it all the way around here. Interesting. I suspect what's going to happen is I'm going to drive around here and then bump into someone and get myself grenaded. That's what usually happens when I get overconfident with my Bren carriers. But we shall start as that. Question is what I mean, I could come in behind this field. Might not be the worst idea, just see if I can mop up some... Is there any point mopping up some units? Probably not, other than satisfaction. Be good if I could find their HQ team. That might be worth something. Obviously if they're holed up in a building back here, it could be tricky, but if they're just... The last time we defended this, we were just in foxholes in that back corner. But we shall see. But more importantly, let's crack on this minute and let's see if... Well, two things. One, if our HQ man here can actually listen to his orders. Keep his blooming head down. And also if Glenn gets another chance. Oh, he is. Nice. Let's go back and have another squatch that. Getting a medal for yourself now, Glenn. Right. Upper left hull penetration. Okay, so similar spot. Hopefully that's causing enough damage to knock this thing out. But I don't actually know. Oh, hello. Hey Glenn, I got a new target for you. Okay, yeah, you need to protect Glenn. Good man. Oh, interesting. You need to do a better job of protecting Glenn. Good, good. Alright. Glenn can have some well-earned respite. And I think we're just going to have to accept this if we've got an annoyance of a Panzer sitting there. Okay. Glenn's not loving life. Yeah, okay. See you, Glenn. But you hit to put 2 Piats into a Panzer IV, so I'm pretty happy with that. Does look like, there you go, it's made it out. So I wonder what kind of damage you've done to it. I don't know, I mean, you thought you would have killed at least several of the crew. Although maybe if you're hitting further back, you know, you're not hitting any of the critical seats, but then if you penetrate further back, you think you'd have damaged the engine or something. It seems to be, unfortunately, rather healthy. Okay, but at least we're giving them some pause for thought. Ah, what was I saying about being over aggressive with my carriers and getting them killed? Ah, this was a foolish endeavour. Wow. Didn't even see what took out. Oh, Panzerschreck. From some of the guys in this field. Yeah, there it goes. Offered themselves up on a plate. Okay. That was a mistake. But these things happen. Alright. Some more artillery coming in. Oh, well, let's have a watch what happens in the last kind of 20 seconds for these guys coming across the field. Say we've got 2 sections. Do have some supporting artillery. Again, I think we've got a reasonable amount of firepower. Okay. Let's just have a quick check what your kind of firing lines are like. Okay, not great. We were more covering the woods, but you'll see them when they get in a bit closer. But yourself, again, not ideal. So these chaps over here have got a reasonable run for it if it wasn't for this carrier, so I'm glad I moved him. And in fact, I'm quite happy to kind of scoot him forward a little bit. You guys will lend a hand with your rifle. Let's make sure you're all in there. My sniper's probably in a pretty poor position then. You've got a couple of targets. Alright. That is okay. You still running, Glenn? Okay. You can run back and take a bit of time. I'm okay with that. And then we can always push you back up that way if need be. We've got 4 minutes till our shells start falling. And I think we are just going to run it for another minute. And see what happens. This might be the last minute we run on this episode. So hopefully Glenn gets protected and this Bren carrier takes out this roaming German. Which he has done. Good lad. He's going to have a lot of kills when this is all said and done. Provided he doesn't get taken out himself. It's all pretty quiet over here, which is good. Quiet is good. These guys are still pushing up. They're going to be doing a good job to get anywhere, really. We continue just to take pot shots at the guys in the field. So that's our howitzers. Pretty darn close. Could definitely hurt a few of them people here. And then that's the... Oh, Germans supporting their infantry push. Sensible. Thus far, some of the big guns have escaped, although... yeah, bad time for the mortar detachment. So we've got maybe one more section coming to support. We've broken one already. It's going okay. I might want to try and bring... In fact, I think it's a good use for these guys to bring them up. Just as a final push back. If we can if we can get across this bridge. So let's do that. Is it quicker just to reverse or turn around? I don't actually know. Tell you what. Just reverse yourself to there. And then bring yourself up this way. And we can drop these in here to help push back units coming up this edge of the map. Good. Okay, everything's standing. Anyone else I want to move? Probably not. We've lost our kind of defense in the middle area of this hedge, which is not the end of the world, to be perfectly honest. We can push these guys in. Because we don't want to continually offer up targets, although we would like to keep them here for the next couple of minutes. But we've got obviously another natural defensive line we can fall back to if required. I think we might be okay. I do feel like they're running out of infantry. Okay. Let's do it. Let's run one more minute and then we'll call that good. Done here. I'm in... that'll have been about 8 minutes we're covering this episode. And then we might be able to finish off next time. Oh, that's our priests. Again, complete overkill for the infantry, but it was just somewhere we could actually utilise them because we were short of spotters. You... Why have you run away? You weren't even fighting anyone. You were just hiding behind this hedge. Yeah, this would have been brilliant to have over here, but we didn't have anyone that could actually see. Right, the German barrages stop, which is good. I'm happy about pulling them in. Although they look like they're doing a good job. Fire for effect has been called, so it's definitely time to bug out with some of our infantry. And oh yeah, these guys are not going to make it, even without this additional support. Okay. Command phase, so you are very much in. Firing? Oh no, still preparing. Delivery 4 minutes. I wonder what the fire for effect we heard was, because that was already doing so. Either way, I'll need it's time to pull out one of our sections. You guys just pull back into the woods. That is plenty far. I probably want to pull you guys back down to about here as well. Good. We will keep everyone else in the area. They are just kind of going to have to deal with it. Yeah, you're supposed to be guarding this hedgerow. Do come stand over here. Yeah, it looks like their panzer's back and on the go, unfortunately. We may have to try and send Glenn in again. Except he is broken. But I shall... Well, actually no, we won't do it until this barrage is finished, and then we'll see whatever is left. But yeah, that is going to do it for this episode. So all in all, I think we're okay. I think we're holding the line. I think it definitely helps the fact we're playing against AI and they have completely bunched up their armor units like this. They could certainly be rolling over the top of us a lot more aggressively if they'd use them a bit more, a bit smarter, even are the words I'm looking for. But why not? Let's take advantage of the situation they've given us. And I think if we can get our howitzers doing a bit of work, even if we just take out a few of these, that would be good. or at least cause them enough damage that they are not willing to try and push on. Because we've lost control of one objective. Let's bring them up. Yeah, we've firmly lost control of this, which was the kind of secondary defensive objective for ourselves. But the primary one down here, we are firmly in control of, and I don't think they're going to get anyone up to it. I think we're going to repel this quite easily, and we've got a couple more Bren detachments on the way to firm up this position, so I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, all in all, not too bad. And then next time, we'll try and finish off the mission. Hopefully, once things settle down, we can push through the minutes a little quicker. But as ever, I do hope you have enjoyed this, and I'll catch you all in the next one.